Do you want to know the 5 keys to stop overthinking? Well, if you do, I want you to watch this video all the way to the end. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Arthur Early here with you. And that's right. Today we are going to be talking about 5 keys to stop overthinking. But before I get into today's subject, I want you to go ahead and make sure you smash that subscribe button and hit that bell notification to let you know when I'm going live on YouTube and when I'm dropping a new video. Alright guys, let's go ahead and jump right into it. Overthinking. A lot of us do it. I do it myself. You know, from time to time before I drop a new video, I tend to overthink maybe about the subject matter or even the delivery. And, you know, I sometimes think, am I qualified to go ahead and give this information? Will people watch the video? Will I get any views? Will people comment on the video? These things I tend to overdo and start to overthink. And I know I talk about, you know, a lot on this channel about having a positive mindset. Now, if you were only thinking about positive things in life and how beautiful things were and how amazing things are and how grateful you are, you would never stop thinking about that, right? So the real issue here is not you know, so much overthinking. It's what you're overthinking about. So you have to be able to shift your focus about the negative things, you know, because that's the way you start programming your brain to think. All right. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and jump into the 5 keys to stop overthinking. All right. So number 1 is you have to be able to develop self-awareness. Now, we often get to the point where we start thinking negatively and not really paying attention until it's too late. Until it's what I call, we get to that boiling point. Okay, I call it that boiling point where all of a sudden we start thinking so much and the anxiety is too much and then the depression is too much. So by developing self-awareness, you're able to stop. Okay, you're able to stop from getting to that point. You know, that boiling point. You won't be scared. All right. Now, when I talk about being scared, what I don't want you to be scared of is I don't want you to be scared to go ahead and ask yourself, and you have to be able to keep it real with yourself. What am I thinking about right now? Do I feel happy? Do I feel sad? Do I feel depressed? And the reason why you want to be able to think that way and become self-aware is because your thoughts control your actions. All right? So if you're in a depressed mood or in a bad mood or in a sad mood or too anxious, those thoughts and that overthinking will go ahead and control your actions. All right? So that's number 1. All right? Number 2 is don't try to be perfect. All right, here it is, guys. Stop trying to be perfect. You want to know why? I'll tell you a little secret. You're never going to be perfect. All right, it's never going to happen. And here's the reason why I stress this. We live what I like to call the Instagram age. Okay, we have Instagram. We have Instagram story where every photo that you see is either manipulated in some way or photoshopped, and people are having the best times in these photos and in their stories, right? You rarely see somebody taking pictures of themselves crying at night because they're depressed or because they're overthinking, right? You never see that. Why? It's kind of weird, and the reason you know, we try to be perfect is because of these stories that we see. These stories are not even real. All right. We all have way too imperfections, imperfections, and I think, you know, in my experiences, I think that having these imperfections is what makes us unique and what makes us attractive to other people. All right. So don't try to be perfect. And if you're overthinking, maybe you're not where you want to be in life, or you don't have the things that you want out of life. Maybe you need to stop looking at these edited people's lives and stop trying so hard. All right, so it ain't gonna happen. All right, being perfect is not gonna happen. So you have to be comfortable with not being perfect. Keep it real. All right. So that's number 2. Number 3 is stop trying to control everything. Now, I know a lot of us struggle with this. All right. I myself struggle with this. It's very, very hard to give up control. We all have control problems for one reason or another. I don't particularly know the reason why you have the control issue. We all have it for different reasons. And if you don't think you have a control problem, then you need to ask yourself, do you have the control problem? Do you have a problem with not being in control? And when you ask yourself these questions, you have to keep it 100% real with yourself. All right. Trying to be in control of things that you have no control over will cause you to overthink like crazy. So whatever it is, you don't have control over the situations. And I tell you right now, I've learned over the years to go ahead and just give it up. If I don't have control over something, over a situation, I'm not going to stress it because what am I going to do? How am I going to change? The one thing is I tell people is what I can't control, I don't stress about. All right. You can't stress about what you don't control and overthink about the things you can't control. And if you want to try to, control that, try this. If you think you have not having control is stressful, just go ahead and do the opposite, and you'll see how easy it really is not having control. All right, life is gonna happen. How life is gonna happen. All right, so don't try to be in control of the situation every single time. All right, that's number 3. Number 4, if you're taking notes, write these things down. All right, guys. Number 4 is put your life into perspective. And what I mean by that is we tend to overthink because our thoughts are solely focused on ourselves and what is in it for me. Sometimes you have to step back and look at your life and realize that you more than likely have it better than 95% of the world, of the people in the world. And this helps, guys. I remember last week, okay, my central air conditioning system broke. And I immediately started overthinking, how much is this going to cost me? Can I deal with this heat? When is somebody going to be able to come out and fix this? Can they fix this? Are they qualified to fix this? Like, all these thoughts just started running through my head, and I started overthinking. And I just realized that, meanwhile, 25,000 people a day die from starvation. Like, that is what I mean by putting your life into perspective. All right, you have a lot to be grateful for. So once you realize how grateful, like if you're watching this video right now, you're probably watching it on a computer. You probably have access to Wi-Fi. There's people out there that are dying because they're starving, and you have the luxury of watching this video on a computer or on your phone with Wi-Fi. All right, so just sometimes we need to step back, stop the overthinking, and put our lives into perspective. All right, so that's number 4. Number 5 is always have a plan. And from time to time, your brain is going to go on autopilot, like naturally thinking about things or naturally doing things that you've done 100 times before. Your brain tends to go on autopilot. And that goes the same thinking. In your thinking, when you have these negative thoughts, your brain will continue to think about these things over and over again. It's kind of like walking down a path. The first time you walk down that path, There's going to be sticks and there's going to be bushes, and there's going to be debris in the way. But if you continue to walk down that path every single day, that path is going to be well worn, and over time, that path becomes more. And that's the same about our thoughts. Okay, so when we get negative thoughts, we need to be able to plan on how to change them. And change the negative thoughts and change the way we're thinking, which leads to overthinking. And it doesn't matter what the plan is. Some people, you might want to go on a walk. You might want to do push-ups. Like I said, guys, it doesn't matter. So the next time you find yourself overthinking, close your eyes for 30 seconds, take a deep breath, breathe in, breathe out, 6 to 7 deep breaths. And as long as you have that plan, the next time you overthink, it'll be like automatic, right? So you start to overthink, and you're like, oh man, I'm overthinking. Let me go ahead and have this plan. Do something like I said, whether it be push-ups, whether it be going for a walk to clear your mind, whether it be, doing breathing exercises. You have to have a plan, and everybody's plan is different. All right, so what you want to do is make a plan. All right, jot some things down that you can do that will help you overcome that overthinking, guys. So that is going to be it for this video. So to recap, all right, number 1 is develop self-awareness. Number 2 is stop trying to be perfect, because it's never going to happen. Number 3 is stop trying to control everything. You ain't in control, and the sooner you find that out, the easier it is to stop overthinking. Number 4 is put your life into perspective. Be grateful for what you have. And number 5 is have a plan. When you start to overthink, have a plan on how to get out of it, and everything will fall into line, guys. Once again, thank you for watching this video. My name's Arthur Early, and I will see you on the next one. Bye for now.